Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Donkey Kong Land 3 for the Nintendo Game Boy, and in this case the Game Boy Color, if you're playing the Japanese version. In the last video, we entered Tin Can Alley, and now that we've taken care of the first half, it's time to take care of the second half. So, let us begin. And there are some things that we're going to have to do, such as avoiding being hit by barrels and stuff, just to get through here and get the 2 bonus areas and the DK coin as always. So, let us be very careful as we do things. And you definitely want to be careful during any vertical climb areas because, well, you got the owls with the little fireball cannons popping up around here. And you want to watch out for those. Nice. I thought I would get hit by that, but I didn't. And yeah, you really want to be careful. And these 2 platforms, you want to jump your way to the right and get in the corner in order to collect the stars. Jump in this barrel, the game takes care of the rest. This is a absolutely easy bonus stage. You will have to move your way to the bonus coin at the very top, though. And that should have ended me. Or at least cost me Kiddy Kong. Surprised it didn't. And if you take this route, we'll go to the O. Alright. Now after this little climb, we will reach a second bonus area. I just have to make my way to it. And just know where it is. Thankfully, it's right around here. Just watch out with the bazookas. Now, I will need Dixie Kong and that barrel to get to the Bash the Baddies bonus area. Takes a little bit of effort, but it's definitely doable. And you want to be very careful over here so you can safely get to the bonus coin. Now the the DK coin is going to be near the end. It would help if we survived, but I think we can get there. And the G is so close to the N. Really weird. Keg is right here. Coin is right here. Jump up and throw the keg left. And you'll soon complete the stage. Now it's time for the Sheepy Shop. Might as well play that. Why not? See what we can get out of this. About to say it's one of you. And really concentrating here. That still took more than 30 seconds, but, well, I'll still take it. All right. Ooh, 40. Not my best time, that. But at least we got it completed, and we can go ahead and save our game. We should be 71% in. Nice. And now it's time for the second stage of the video, which is ugly ducting. For this part, we're going to be swimming. And want to be careful where you go around here, because you might run into something you don't want to run into. So after going up from where you start, you want to go all the way to the left. This will take you to the first bonus area. And of course, there'll be a bonus area. So there you go. All right. You want to make sure you look around for stars, and that you always hold the B button while you're swimming around here, because you never know when you might find something. Be sure you're holding up when you're swimming upwards too. And to find the coin, you have to go all the way to the upper right hand corner. That's where it's going to be when you get all the stars. And you can pick up another bear coin once you make your way back. So in case you keep messing that bonus area up, you can just keep grabbing bear coins in case you need bear coins. And something tells me we are going to need the bear coins. Now, here's decay. It's a sign you went too far at this point, because, well, actually, you're supposed to go to the left to continue on with the stage. But if you go right and then make your way up as soon as you're able, you can find coin. Just get the steel keg to where coin is, then jump up and throw it to the left. That'll net you the DK coin. And this, well, that path in particular led to the rest of this area, but I want to be very careful where I go, because, well, this will lead to the rest of the area, but you'll also be able to get the O. There's a checkpoint. Now, Squawks is going to be here, and thankfully you can spit eggs at enemies, which is great because we're going to need to be able to do that. And if you go right after going up, once you get Squawks, you'll get the second bonus area. Fast baddies. Thankfully, you'll be able to turn into Squawks and get yourself a second hit where necessary. And thankfully, once you defeat all the bad guys, the bonus coin will be in the upper left corner. All that's left to worry about now is taking care of the rest of the stage. There's the end. Need to make our way down here. Why is it always one of them? I keep running into these guys, or at least one. See what I mean? I keep running into one of those guys no matter what. Find that so weird. And we don't really need to get to the bonus area ever again because, well, we have the coin. We just don't get the exclamation point yet because we haven't beaten the stage. Good thing I remember to get the O. Now, can I do this without royally messing this up? That's the question. There's another hit point here, which I'm glad to get, just in case. Wish I could have gotten my hands on that. There's the G. Need to make our way further up from here. What? Okay. Another bear coin. I'll take it. Need to be careful on the way to the right. Especially once you see those little purple guys, you'll see the end. And from here, we have Stalagmite Frights, which is the last area of Tin Can Alley. Thankfully, the game will be giving me a DK coin, or DK barrel rather, to start. And we're going to be seeing something new here, which will be a pain in the backside. It's the ghost barrels. Thankfully, that thing was pointing upwards. It keeps teleporting in and out, and it points in random directions whenever it reappears, which makes these barrels a fright. I wish that was a pun, but I really just do not like those barrels, because they can really gum up the works on a run through this level, let me tell you. Alright. Had to check my list a little bit, and, well, we need to go up real quick because we've gotten the O. And this is where we're going to be doing it. Now, this is going to be the hard part. Because you will get launched in the wrong direction if you don't do this right. Couldn't get up there. And I thought I could walk across the gap like that. No, I could not. Now, if it's up, pointing up, or up and left, you can get up here, thankfully. You don't have to have it go straight up. It's just one of those two directions. And it's a good thing we got up here because that's the first bonus area. This is really more of a find the token area. Matter of fact, that's exactly what this is. But you'll also need to avoid the copters, and thankfully you can bring them down with a squitter. But you can just as easily avoid them. Alright. Now we have another area with squitter. And we need to go find the N. Because if we find the N, we'll be close to what we need to look for next. Oh dear. There we go. There's the N. Alright. We need to go up here. And we need to be a Kong here. Let's take the keg here, jump up, throw left, and we will get the DK coin. Not like we were going to be being squitter for much longer anyway. And now you want to jump over this barrel cannon and get over here. This takes you to a DK barrel and the second bonus. We need to avoid everything. We need to take that barrel when it goes straight up. Or points straight up. And then we need to make our way left to the other barrel cannon and then avoid the other ghost barrels on the way to the coin. Which is a little harder than it would look. Also, I'm amazed that I managed to get hit and hit the DK barrel at the same time. That was neat. Now you need to avoid the ghost barrels because this time they'll all be pointing straight up, except for this one. Yeah, you definitely don't want to jump into anything and... Come on. You get just enough time to watch where the barrel's pointing, and then you get to work with what you have. And I just slip across the left side there just to avoid that barrel cannon. That ghost barrel. And you want to be careful here because of that guy. You can't destroy him, and the bombs will hurt you. But if you can get past him, you'll beat the stage. Now it's time for K. Rool Duel. You need to, one, not jump into him, and avoid getting zapped. For the first phase, you want to avoid being in the air. When the barrel shows up, throw it at him. Then avoid him when he bounces around. And by him, I mean Baron K. Roolenstein. Yes, this is the one where our good friend Karul decided to be a mad scientist. And after those trios of zaps, which are pretty easy to avoid, you get a second barrel, you can throw it at him. You got a trio of zaps right here. Then you throw the barrel at him. And we're going to need to watch what he does for this because I think this is the last phase. Okay, it's low, it's high, low, low, high. Now we just need to avoid him again. I'm going to be so sad if he runs into me at this point. Because that was the last phase. And that was K. Rool retreating to the Lost World. Just in time for the credits. Which is really just a enemy roll call. So, how is the game measuring up right now? Well, it's pretty darn fun, to be honest. I had as much fun with this one as I did Donkey Kong Lands 1 and 2. And it is glad, I am so glad, it is a glad thing that I am finally getting around to playing this one, because this one's a long time coming. The graphics are basically the same as they were fidelity-wise from Donkey Kong Land 2. Graphics and sound are just as good as ever. Play control is just as tight as ever. And once you get everything done that can be done, there's not going to be much to bring you back. It's still a fun game to play over and over again regardless. Even though there wasn't going to be much of a way for the second country and land games to be topped by the third. Everybody remembers the first two games more than the third in the case of this trilogy and Donkey Kong Country. But the third game is still fun, especially if you're used to playing the second one. And just like all the other country and land games, I do recommend getting this one. This is still a fun game to play, and it's still a nice, portable experience involving the Donkey Kong Country franchise. Even when you also throw the GBA games for the Donkey Kong Country ports. The GBA ports of the Donkey Kong Country trilogy into the equation. It's also fun. This is still a fine game. And now we are getting the bosses. I'm surprised that you can still very easily identify what things are supposed to be in these versions of the games, especially Donkey Kong Land 3. Because, you know, they had to create a whole new Bleak the Snowman battle, and Belch is nowhere to be found. And they had to make Eric a little smaller, but, well, Eric's still in there. Bear. The bears don't even have names now. They're just Bear. But even though we've reached this part of the game, and I have mentioned my thoughts on the game as of this point in the game, even though we're getting credits at this point, we're still not done, because we still have the Lost World. We're still going to go in there. We're still going to do stuff, and we're still going to face Baron Roolenstein again when we get to the end. But that will have to wait until the next video. No, game, that's not the end. Join me next time where we enter the Lost World. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!